Survivor of a high-profile sexual assault case involving members of the Milton football team more than a decade ago is sharing his story in the hopes of helping others.
It's a case that rocked Vermont and included hazing, sex assault, and the failure of adults to protect kids. Our Calvin Cutler is live in the studio now. Calvin, bring us up to speed.
Well, during the 2011 to 2012 season, 5 Milton High School football players sexually assaulted younger teammates. The cases ended in plea deals and a settlement, but one survivor wants to change the law to close a loophole to help in future cases.
Defense attorneys from
Zach Blondin was 14 when he tried out for the Milton High School football team.
I want to make a change, and I don't care if I have to put my face out there to do it.
But he could have never expected what was to come. 5 former Milton High School football players sodomized their teammates, including Blondin, with a broom handle and a pool cue during the 2011 and 2012 seasons. It was a case that shocked the community, the state, and the country. One of the victims, Jordan Prevey, took his own life. The community searched for answers, and the 5 players were charged in court.
The other students assaulted, and our community were completely let down by the entire school system.
Our cameras were in the courtroom in 2019 when a judge handed down a $280,000 settlement, which found the school was partially to blame for failing to protect the students. But the settlement was 40% less than what Blondin and his attorney, the late Jerry O'Neill, were asking for.
I was dumbfounded. I was shell-shocked, I guess. How do you find a victim 40% negligent for something they didn't do?
The jury said Blondin was partially responsible because he had roughhoused with teammates at a previous party.
I didn't go there planning on to go through what happened.
Surrounded by family and his lawyers in front of state lawmakers, Blondin, now 26 years old, wants to make a difference for other sexual assault survivors by closing a legal loophole. Under current state law, a jury can reduce a plaintiff's payout if they determine the victim bears some responsibility for their assault. Some say this could allow defendants to blame victims for their own sexual assault.
By applying comparative negligence to sexual assault cases, we tell sexual assault survivors that they bear some amount of responsibility to predict and therefore prevent their own sexual assault.
The case brought to light the culture of bullying and hazing and raised questions about school districts' responsibility to prevent it. Blondin says telling his story brings him closure and hopes that a change in state law will help other survivors.
What somebody does in their ill will isn't your responsibility.
Now, Blondin appeared before the Senate Judiciary Committee, and lawmakers thanked him for sharing his story. They're going to be drafting a bill, which will likely be considered in the weeks ahead. Reporting in studio, Calvin Cutler, Channel 3 News.
Calvin, thank you.